Hi everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. I recently posted a video about skill progression. In that video, I mentioned the International Judging System, or IJS, and the component score. IJS demands a rigorous understanding of requirements and criteria for component marking. Competitive figure skating must allow for the execution of elements while performing a composition for the best overall results. Component marks are a critical part of that score. As I said in my other video, they include skating skills. I didn't go into great detail in that other video, but it turns out that many of you are interested in hearing more about IJS and the component score. So in this video, I'll clarify the 5 components and go deep into the skating skills as a component. I'll also provide you with important information that will assist in maximizing your component scores. But first, if we're just meeting, my name is Aimée Ricca, and I'm a PSA ranked and rated figure skating coach. I'm also an ISSA certified elite trainer, certified specialist in strength and conditioning, and youth fitness, as well as a precision nutrition PN1 certified nutrition coach. I work with skaters and their families to help them create change and get real results. The IJS Program Component Score, or PCS. If you're unfamiliar with IJS, it was developed as a collaborative global effort to produce a scoring system for figure skating that provides a precise, transparent evaluation of both the technical and the artistic aspects of a competitive program. The marks are divided into 2 basic categories: the technical element score for the feats of athleticism performed by the skater, and the program component score, reflecting 5 different artistic aspects of the program. These 2 categories of scoring are independent from each other. A given program may garner a high component mark, but lower scores for technical ability. Likewise, component scores may be low, with higher scores for technical prowess. Additionally, grade of execution scores, or GOE, will generally vary from element to element, and component scores will differ from one component to the next. Keep in mind that all scoring is relative to the actual performance in the moment of competition. Therefore, scores for the same program by the same skater may differ considerably from one competition to another. The goal of skating performance is seamless and meaningful movement with properly integrated and successful fulfillment of the required elements to music. These elements form the vital backbone of the program. Still, the programs as a whole cannot be thoroughly evaluated without applying the 5 components. In each segment of an event, the judges award 5 separate program component marks on a scale of 0.25 to 10, with increments of 0.25 to express the program's overall presentation and artistic mastery. 1 equals very poor, 2 poor, 3 weak, 4 fair, 5 average, 6 above average, 7 good, 8 very good, 9 excellent, 10 outstanding. The 5 components are scored in the short program and the free skate in the singles, pairs, and synchronized skating disciplines. In ice dancing, these 5 components are scored in the short dance and the free dance. Together, the scores of the 5 components will be used in a formula to make up the program component score. The PCS is calculated and factored by specified percentages. All 5 program component marks are factored equally, then added together. It is this factored sum that constitute the PCS. This is a pretty complicated formula, and I could spend hours just explaining it, but you don't really want to hear me talk for hours. So you can find more information and the tables for factors of the components on the US Figure Skating website, usfigureskating.org. The idea behind factoring is to make the program components score equal in weight to the technical element score, TES. The TES combines the grades of execution, or GOEs, for each element, plus the numerical degree of difficulty assigned in the scale of values, SOV. Since the perfect non-factored program component score is always 50, this number is factored to roughly equal each discipline's score in the TES, totaling the competition score, technical element score, plus program component score will give you the total segment score, or TSS. At the end of the competition, the skater is given a scoring sheet, and we call this a protocol. It details the evaluation result of each aspect of the program. This protocol provides all the details of all the technical elements, as well as each of the program components. There are 5 program components scored in the short program, short dance, and the free skate, free dance. The first is skating skills. The second is transitions. Third is performance. Fourth is composition. And fifth is interpretation of the music, or in ice dance, timing. Judges evaluate each program component based on its listed criteria. Errors, falls, and disruptions must be reflected in the mark. In a program containing a fall or serious error, the score of 10 shall not be awarded for any of the components. In a program containing falls or serious errors, a score of 9.5 or higher should not be awarded for skating skills, transitions, and composition. And the score of 9.0 of higher should not be awarded for performance and interpretation. In this video, we're gonna focus on skating skills. And as you can see, skating skills are pretty critical. Skating skills are defined by overall cleanness and sureness, edge control, and flow over the ice, demonstrated by a command of the skating vocabulary, edges, steps, turns, etc. The clarity of technique, the use of effortless power to accelerate and vary speed. If any of this sounds familiar to you, it should. This is what moves in the field is all about. So if you ever wondered why moves is so essential, this is why. The skater needs to continue developing and attaining precise core strength and control to maximize the blade's efficiency on the ice. Core strength will enable the skater to achieve more force, power, endurance, flexibility, motor control, and function. Muscular coordination allows the body to move from a static and vertical position into multiple positions while remaining steady and balanced over their blade. Skaters need to be aware of their center of gravity in positions. The skeletal structure is supported by the muscular system. It is this structure that produces collective strength. And when developed properly, the body retains a balanced position through space and movement. This position and alignment do not always need to be upright. They can move into broader areas of space and still maintain balance. More refined balance and coordination allow for finer detail as well as sustained movement. If developed properly, the body can balance over the blade and flow effortlessly over the ice. A counterbalance is a weight that balances another weight. This balance counterbalance, a skater can lean, skate deep edges, and demonstrate the vocabulary of the sport while performing the skills needed for artistry. So what are the criteria for skating skills? Number 1, use of deep edges, steps, and turns. A skater must demonstrate an ability to control and stabilize various positions on the blade to perform deep edges, clean and clear steps and turns. The skater must be able to adjust the distribution of the weight of the body and its parts over the proper part of the blade. Shallow edges and or skating in straight lines will cause steps and turns to become flat or executed on the incorrect edges. Entry and exit edges into movements or elements are not clear if the skater's weight is not on the proper part of the blade. Deep edges and controlled edges provide the audience and judges with a feeling of ease of movement and confidence in the performance. So skaters should work to eliminate unsure and wobbly edges, excessive use of toe picks and scratching, labored action when changing feet, straight lines and skids, the inability to maintain a running edge. Number 2, balance, rhythmic knee action, and precision of foot placement. Good skating demonstrates the ability to maintain balance while in motion. The center of gravity moves with the edge while balancing over that edge. The skater needs different balance points for various tasks. Even when bending and reaching out from the center of the body, most of the body's weight must be balanced and maintained over the blade. Developing the use and natural position over the blade's parts broadens the skater's ability to perform different elements and movements. The skater must work to minimize the friction of the blade with the ice in order to maximize glide. When skating with a partner or in a team, it is critical that all skaters are correctly balanced over the blade to attain the rhythmic knee action and foot placement that is necessary for unison. Proper balance also significantly increases the successful execution of elements, from jumps and lifts to spins and footwork. For example, if the base of the lift is not secure and adequately balanced over the blade, all movement above or around that base is insecure. Number 3, flow and glide. The skater needs to demonstrate efficient and coordinated power combined with solid edges. With flow and glide, a skater can move smoothly, steadily, and freely across the ice. Skaters need controlled, light, and even strokes with good posture and knee action. Skating should look effortless and relaxed. For skating to look less labored and intense, the skaters should work to avoid stiff knees, bending too far forward, pushing from the toe of the blade, balancing on the wrong part of the blade, or rocking the blade. Incomplete pushes, taking too many short, jerky steps. You must learn to thrust from the edge of the blade. You are expected to demonstrate deep edges and the ability to transfer weight efficiently from blade to blade and change direction on the ice. You need to train to balance energy expenditure between the elements so flow and glide can be maintained throughout the program. In skating with a partner or other skaters, any skater's lack of sufficient flow will cause the other skaters to compromise balance and flow. In other words, the unity of the team will be lost. As a skater, you need to demonstrate the sustainment of flow and glide throughout the program. 4, varied use of power, speed, and acceleration. Power often translates as command of all movement. Command is a reassurance of mastery through total control of any element or movement. Although speed in and of itself does not always necessarily indicate good skating, your ability to control and use speed at appropriate times keeps the judges and audience engaged in your program. Acceleration is the combination of increased speed and efficient power. If used properly, it adds to the excitement and dynamics of the program. Speed and acceleration break the tempo of movement and adds interest to the program. Number 5, use of multi-directional skating. Good quality skating skills and strong coordinated control will allow you to develop the ability to skate in any direction while utilizing curves and edges. There are many possibilities of skating directions, including forward, backward, clockwise, counterclockwise. It's easiest to skate in the same direction as your natural jumping and spinning direction. It's also easier to skate directly from one end of the ice surface to the other end of the ice surface, point to point. But varying use of directions and skating on curves demonstrates control and increases the audience's interest in your program. Judges are trained to watch and credit skaters who can demonstrate different directional skating or periods within the program. Judges can also look for the lean and glide that facilitates this action. Number 6, use of 1 foot skating. Balance is easier to maintain on 2 feet. Skating on 2 feet widens the base of stabilization and compromises the ability to flow with ease. Younger and developing skaters frequently use 2 feet to stabilize their position until sureness and proper position over the blade becomes second nature. Proper body alignment and 1 foot skating are essential for technical and aesthetic skating. So try to avoid excessive touching of the ice with your free foot. What do judges look for when it comes to skating skills? They are looking at your alignment and balance of the body and blade. They're watching to see if you use your free foot as a stabilizer. So always be aware of 2-footed skating. Are you skating stiff or using knee action and control to allow for flow, glide, lean of the body? Can you accelerate when it's appropriate? And can you increase the speed and intensity of the movement? Do you skate in the same primary direction, or are you able to skate equally, clockwise and counterclockwise with other directional movement? How much noise from the toe picks do the judges hear as you perform? Keep these points in mind as you practice and prepare for competition, because skating skills are the foundation of movement. Here, the concepts of space and time and energy are learned and related to movement. The skill level of a skater will define the range of movements possible within a program. The weakness in this component is difficult to cover up. If your basic skating quality is poor, everything else is of lesser significance. You must have adequate time and experience while developing a program to have the confidence to skate the program with ease of performance and the ability to maximize flow and edges. There are several criteria to be considered before a judge assesses a component score. And each judge will often come to this score by different paths, in that each performance being evaluated is different. Remember, judges assess and weigh the overall criteria for each component before awarding a mark. It's pretty common to have one or more component significantly different in terms of their mark. For example, skating skills could be a 5.5 and interpretation could be a 3.75. Movement and how it occurs is critical to every component. Posing without movement takes away the essential athletic quality of glide and flow of the sport. Repetitive movement or movement that frequently disconnects from the music can become boring to the judges and the audience too. Putting the time into developing the criteria for the program components is one of the very best investments that you can make as a skater. It doesn't matter how high you can jump if you can't land on the right edge and skate to the next element in a skilled way. Each component and criteria will provide you with artistic skills and understanding that will enrich all aspects of your skating. So make sure that you have a good primary coach that is PSA ranked and rated and focuses on the quality of your skating skills. Also, I've developed some worksheets that can really help you out here, and they're completely free. Just go to skatewithaimee.com/freebies and download the component checklist. These worksheets will give you an edge in competition. In future videos, I'll go over the other components: transitions, performance, composition, and interpretation. Remember to subscribe and ring that bell so that you never miss a video. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with somebody else that you think it could benefit from it. And just post it to your social media too. This is Aimee. Happy skating. I will see you real soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.